Tonight on News 30.
More budget cuts are on the way for Oklahoma.
And an Oklahoma bill could bring the abortion debate to public schools.
Stay tuned. Welcome to News 30. I'm Alyssa Sparazza.
And I'm Emma Patton. In the midst of a statewide budget crisis, the Oklahoma Department of Health is planning to make cuts. The Oklahoma Department of Health is considering cutting 7 county health departments. In this event, early retirement benefits would be offered to certain Department of Health employees. The state must cut over $4 million by June in order to fix a budget deficit, and the budget hole may worsen by 2017.
Earlier this week, former First Lady Nancy Reagan passed away at 94. The cause of death was congestive heart failure. Nancy Reagan was known for her devotion to her husband, President Ronald Reagan, and her Just Say No program that fought against drug abuse among the youth. After her husband's death, Nancy Reagan remained active in politics and in her fight against substance abuse. She will be buried next to her husband at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library this Friday.
The Oklahoma legislature has approved a bill that will modernize its liquor laws. Now supermarkets such as Walmart will be adding wines and single-strength beer to their shelves for consumers to purchase. The bill is meant to help modernize Oklahoma liquor laws.
The pro-life debate could become a part of the classroom. A new bill could create an act called the Humanity of the Unborn Child Act. This act would direct the State Department of Education to teach students about the humanity of children in utero. The bill is authored by Representative Ann Cody, and it has already passed through the Appropriations and Budget Committee. This bill would create a statewide education program. According to Tony Loninger, the director of the Oklahomans for Life, parents would be allowed to opt out of the program for their children. The bill is on its way to the House for further consideration. And Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled to uphold the rights of homosexual adoptive parents. This overturned an Alabama's court ruling that voided the rights of the adopted parents.
The case concerned a former same-sex couple who were raising 3 children together in Alabama after one of the mothers used donor insemination. The non-biological mother in the relationship adopted the couple's children in Georgia in 2007. But when the couple broke up, the biological mother stopped the adoptive mother from visiting the children and argued that the Georgia adoption was invalid. The Alabama Supreme Court voided the adoption, saying it should not have been granted. The adopted mother sued, arguing that under the Constitution's full faith and credit clause, states are required to respect court judgments issued in other states.
The Oklahoma state government might be tapping into its rainy day fund. This fund is the state's constitutional reserve fund. Governor Mary Fallin is calling on state lawmakers to take $72 million from the reserve. She hopes this will ease budget cuts that have been made to public schools and the state prison systems. On Monday, she proposed using $51 million for the public school system and $21 million for the Department of Corrections. This funding will last until the end of the fiscal year on June 30th. The Senate's chief negotiator for the budget, Senator Clark Jolly, claims that Senate Republicans support the idea. House Appropriation and Budget Chairman, Representative Earl Sears, has yet to make an official statement about the proposal.
And Gordon Cooper is making some renovations.
And find out what the Pottawatomie County Literacy Office is doing to help make a difference. Stay with us.
Welcome back to News 30.
The Muslim population in Oklahoma may be small, but they are not without a voice. One woman shared what it's like to follow Islam in Oklahoma. News 30's Emma Patton has more.
I'm here at the Oklahoma State Capitol, where hundreds of people from faith communities are gathering to talk about civic management in the Muslim communities in Oklahoma.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
The Muslim call to prayer rang through the rotunda at around 2 p.m. It was part of an interfaith prayer that included the prayer of an evangelical Christian pastor and a Jewish rabbi.
When we strive to do the sometimes challenging work of loving our neighbor.
This attitude of tolerance was echoed by many citizens in attendance at the Capitol.
Because I feel like it's kind of important to reach out and to get to know people, because the number one indicator of Islamophobia is not knowing Muslims. That's an easy solution.
Though some rowdy protesters did stir the crowd early in the day, compassion was shown, even to them.
I can see how people would be terrified, and it honestly, I have sympathy for people, and I feel bad that they have to be so afraid of something that doesn't warrant being afraid. You know,
One Muslim who hopes to be better understood is Sajida, a mom in Oklahoma City.
I teach middle school, high school English at a private school in Edmond called Mercy School. And I also teach ESL, that is English as a second language, at OCCC. Yeah.
Sajida moved from Pakistan to the United States many years ago, yet she still experienced her fair share of cultural awkwardness.
But like, sometimes people would say stuff. I think the worst thing that I have observed, or the worst thing that has happened to me is like, people are just like looking at you, and I just smile. It doesn't bother me anymore. But
Sajida explained her belief that Islam calls her to love people.
So I think for me, the most important thing is how much value Islam puts and gives to human life and humanity. So I think that is what I would really want people to know about the religion.
For Sajida, Muslim Day isn't just an event she participates in, it's a way of life.
I think it was amazing. It was so much fun and interesting.
Chairman of the Council for American Islamic Relations in Oklahoma, Saad Mohammed, agreed that Muslim Day is too important not to repeat.
We just want to be recognized for who we are. We are American citizens. We are, like I said, a part of this body of America, and we want to be recognized as so.
Imam Saad said that he hopes more representatives will come out and show up for next year's Muslim Day at the Capitol. I'm Emma Patton, reporting for News 30. In other news, Dale County High School was placed on a soft lockdown on March 3rd due to deputies in the area looking for a suspect in an investigation. A soft lockdown refers to the perimeter doors on lockdown and everything else inside the school being done per usual. The investigation is ongoing, and News 30 will keep you posted.
The Pottawatomie County Literacy Office is offering free adult literacy and English as a second language classes. The classes offered will be at the beginner and intermediate levels and cover conversation, reading, and writing. The classes will be held 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays starting in September. The classes will be held in Shawnee Hall on the Oklahoma Baptist University campus. For more information, visit pioneerlibrarysystem.org under the service tabs.
Monday, the Oklahoma Transportation Commission accepted a bid to widen Gordon Cooper Drive in Tecumseh. The construction will be focused on the area between Bob Crouch and Benson Park roads. The project will cost roughly $3.7 million, and the project is expected to be done within 250 days of the start date.
In Oklahoma political news, Save the Illinois River, Inc. and Representative Jason Dunnington filed a lawsuit in Oklahoma County District Court alleging State Question 777, which would require Oklahoma courts to strike down any legislation that affects farming, ranching, and the use of livestock production practices, ranching practices, and agricultural technology. Oklahomans are scheduled to vote on State Question 777 on November 8th.
Erin Andrews, a female sportscaster from Fox Sports, has received a $55 million settlement in a Peeping Tom case. In 2008, a man stalked Andrews across state lines and recorded private videos of her in her hotel room. Andrews has finally won after fighting for the conviction of the photographer and a cash settlement for nearly 8 years. With storm season approaching, Oklahomans may need to be prepared for some severe weather within the next few days.
And find out more after the break.
Welcome back to News 30.
This coming weekend will be a wet one. Tonight, expect to have clouds early in the evening and clear skies later at night. Starting tomorrow, there will be a chance of rain, about 70%, and a high of 61. There is a 50% chance of scattered thunderstorms, and on Saturday with a high of 70. Starting Sunday, skies will be clearing up and will experience highs in the 80s. The severe weather season is coming up, and it's time to refresh your memory on how to stay safe during the storms. You can prepare for storms by making sure you have a flashlight, first aid kit, water, and other emergency items. In the event of a tornado, choose a safe room away from windows and on the lowest floor of your building.
On March 17th through the 19th, OBU will be hosting the National Christian Forensics and Communication Competition. The NCFCA is a nonprofit organization that works to bring speech and debate competitions to homeschooled students. The competition is a statewide competition that is open to students aged 13 through 19. It will begin at 8 o'clock, and the NCFCA is currently seeking student judges for the competition. Judges will be provided with light meals and refreshments, and the NCFCA has a history of recruiting students, parents, and teachers alike for competitions, often through word of mouth. OBU hosted the competition last year and has a history of involvement with the NCFCA. Anyone who is interested in participating as a judge can sign up at ncfcajudges.org.
The students of East High are back and ready to challenge the status quo one more time. High School Musical is returning to Disney Channel. This will be the 4th movie in the popular musical franchise. The original movie was released in 2006, starring Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, and Corbin Bleu. It is currently unknown if any of the original cast will be reprising their roles. Disney Channel did announce that there will be a nationwide casting call, but has not announced when it will be. The film will feature new characters and will introduce the East High Wildcats' rivals, the West High Knights. Little else is known about the plot of the film. Disney Channel will give more details and announce the date of their casting call on their website at www.disneychannel.com/opencall.
Starbucks has recalled 2 sandwiches from their breakfast menu. Progressive Gourmet Inc., the food manufacturer for Starbucks, has recalled the sausage, egg, and cheese on English muffin breakfast sandwiches because they are possibly contaminated with listeria. These products were sold in 250 stores throughout Oklahoma, Texas, and Arkansas. Starbucks also recalled their cheese and fruit bistro box packs. The packs had almonds that possibly had undeclared cashews, which could cause life-threatening reactions to some consumers who have cashew allergies. Both items have since been removed from shelves.
Retail stores have had the challenge of keeping up with online shopping these past few years. Kohl's has decided to close all stores that are underperforming and will shift more focus to digital stores. By focusing more on digital consumers, Kohl's is aiming to hit $21 billion in revenue in 2017.
Another Pottawatomie County livestock show is in the books. March 1st through the 4th was the 2016 Pottawatomie County Junior Livestock Show at the Heart of Oklahoma Expo Center. The Junior Livestock Show is an important tool for camaraderie amongst young people in the Pottawatomie County area. For individual results or more information regarding the Pottawatomie County Junior Livestock Show, you can visit ShawneeChamber.com.
Jason Berger has this week's sports.
And one little sea pup has finally been released back into the wild, next on News 30. Welcome back to News 30.
Here's Jason Berger with this week's sports.
All right, well, in NFL news, after several weeks of silence regarding his future in the National Football League, Super Bowl 50 champion quarterback Peyton Manning decided that he will not return for the 2016 season and has announced his retirement this last Monday. 39-year-old Manning played 18 seasons in the NFL. 14 of those were spent with the Indianapolis Colts and 4 with the Denver Broncos. He holds the record for the most touchdown passes by any quarterback in history with 539 and accumulated 71,940 yards across the span of his career. In his final press conference on Monday, Manning stated, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished my football race, and after 18 years, it is time. God bless all of you and God bless football." Peyton Manning will forever have a place in history as one of the best quarterbacks of all time. In OBU women's news, at the end of the regular season, 3 Oklahoma Baptist women's basketball players earned all NCCAA Central Region recognition for their regular season accomplishments this last week. Mackenzie Cooper was named second team All-Region, while Ariel Cooper and Tasha Edge were both named honorable mentions. Cooper led the team with a 13.5 points per game and was able to make 56 three-point shots over the course of the season. Tasha Edge wasn't far behind with 9.5 points per game and 7.5 rebounds per game as well. As for Ariel Cooper, she managed to average 11.3 points per game and led the team in total rebounds with 58. She was also a second-team selection in the Great American Conference. The Lady Bison finished with a 14-14 split overall and are headed to regionals in Lakewood, Colorado. And I know football season is a little far away, but the Bison football team has released their schedule for the upcoming 2016 season, which includes 6 home games. The home opener will be on September 10th against Arkansas Tech, following the 2016 debut at Harding University. Arkansas Tech and Southern Arkansas will be new to Crane Family Stadium this year as the Bison look to better their record after a rough 2-9 2015 year. OBU will face their rival Southern Nazarene for their homecoming game on November 12th. Ladies, take it away.
And one little seal has now been released back into the wild. 3 months ago, the pup was found off the coast of British Columbia malnourished with a fishing line wrapped around her neck.
The pup was taken to Vancouver Aquarium, where the net was removed and the pup was treated with antibiotics and a diet of healthy food to help her gain weight.
Poor thing. Well, that's all we have for News 30 tonight.
We will be unable to air for 2 weeks, but in the meantime, be sure to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Shawnee News 30. And to all students in Oklahoma, have a fantastic spring break.